Hey guys, how we doing? Quick check-in from cities and suburbs. Kenny B here. How we doing? All right. A little chill music for tonight. Just wanted to check in real quick. How we all doing tonight? Little check-in with our city of Worcester. How we doing? School started back officially. The yellow school buses are on the road. I was afraid of the school buses. I mean, gotta get out the driveway at a certain time, but now I don't care. It's good to see actually something that's normal again. And I welcome the school buses back, and we have to do these things in such a safe way. And I say that because tonight, this is from the Worcester Business Journal. And I don't have to talk to you like this. I can actually, detach. I can actually detach. I'd like to detach. I'm detached. All right, cool. Because it's just real quick. Because I know y'all gonna get to supper. But Worcester has seen a 43% spike and the coronavirus. This is from the Worcester Business Journal as of September 11th. However, the biggest surge in Worcester was on June 4th, when we recorded almost 880 cases. So if you look today, September 14th from the 11th, we had 143 cases reported as of September 11th. So, I mean, if you look on the graph here with me, maybe you can. But I'm looking at the City of Worcester Business Journal right now. And so we're saying that there are cases that are reported, but we're not, it's not a conclusion of who actually is those cases, obviously. Okay, you have the coronavirus. For what we know about it right now, you guys, which to me is almost nothing, depends on how you are going to fare from that event. So, Worcester, I guess, is in the yellow zone because we're reporting 7.5 cases per 100,000 compared to the statewide average of 4.6. Again, Worcester Business Journal. This places Worcester in the yellow category. Now, let's just say the stupid events. A lot of stupid events. Holy Cross, thank you very much. We also knew that school was going to come back, right? We know people are out there, particularly to blame Labor Day or, that's not exactly, it's a motorcycle holiday, it's the fair holiday, all the fairs are shut down. So there's not much to go to. So it's like people are out, yeah, but they're really out like picking apples. When people are out right now, statistically, they're out for shorter periods of time. Okay, I'm not making that up. I heard that. I believe that to be true because that's how I am. When I'm out for shorter periods of time. I guess that's what we're supposed to be doing. But Worcester is really taking a hit. Delta Airline, I believe Worcester actually has JetBlue, American Airlines, and Delta Airlines flying out of Worcester right now. All have officially suspended their operations out of Worcester. We all know that. That could be last week's news, and it was last week's news. City of Worcester, City Hall has opened up again on a limited basis. The Worcester Public Library is trying to reopen as well. There are several properties. I was reading about these companies tonight on co-working sites, where these companies, they rent out buildings and you rent that space along with many other companies that rent that meeting space, and that was called Clearly Co-working. You know, several offices actually downtown. They thought that co-sharing office environment where you would not have to be, particularly if you're a young entrepreneur, you just want to rent a nice office space. You know, that was it. The guy in downtown Worcester, Del Mastro. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but Robert Del Mastro. It was a banner year for co-working. He really thought it could take off in Worcester. It sounded like he was actually turning people away to rent his office space. He had office space downtown over on Grove Street, but it wasn't the primary reason for closing, he says, but it was it was the final reason for him to close. So I think a lot of businesses are like that. I certainly hope, you guys, that, what do you think? We'll post below, but what do you think? Do you think Worcester Airport will get 3 airlines back due to, you know, just low traffic as it was? Worcester was like right there. You know, we had Unum there. The conditions were just, but I think all of us, right? If you take the coronavirus seriously, which you have to, not that it's lethal with everyone, but it certainly has been treated that way. I'm not going to get into the political, you know, parameters of that. That's not the reality we're in right now. If you're a small business, you've taken a hit. Okay, when you're out, you're out, but you may be spending less money. You know, you're doing the takeout instead of the sit-in, so people aren't getting tipped as much. You know, all those in-person activities that you know, this friggin' virus is taking us from. But I do believe there's kind of a you know, once we get over this bridge, and we did crush the curve, by the way. I will support that. You know, we forgot about, remember that? We had to flatten the curve, and we have flattened the curve. I just saw it, 880 cases. June 4th, 143 cases. September 14th. So what we're doing is working, but just the crush on the economy, along with everything else that's going on out there, I would just say, you know, stay in your bubble in terms of your mental health, because that's a big thing going on right now too. There's you know, a virus like this can be very isolating for people, and a lot of people do not need that. So I would focus on what you have. Go to work every day if you can. Work remotely, I get that, but sooner or later, and I'm reading this on Worcester Business Journal too, people are going to get sick of working at home. I just can't do it. I mean, it's terrible. For me, it's terrible. I just can't do it. I need to be in full contact with people, you know, talking with them and learning from them. And so this is going to grow weary, but as office spaces have closed down all over the country, not just in Worcester, but, you know, all your big cities throughout the country who really relied on office rental, tax dollars, spin-off, things like that. But right now, I am only concerned with my city of Worcester, the city I work in, the city I love. Yeah, it has its issues. It will always have its issues because it's a city, like every city in this country has. And more than we really should have, because it's bad policy, allegation of funding, lack of funding for our public schools. Look, man, before Corona, there was a lot of stuff that we could have come together around. So I'm looking at Corona. Hopefully we look back on this as 100 years, and how will we be judged with this? Were we unified, Were we unifying, or were we just downright selfish? I'm not saying we are. I'm saying, how will history judge us? How are we going to look back on this? So, in Worcester, the airline's office space, we're going to pick up on this a few videos down the road this week. So, tune in, like, subscribe. Love to have you. Take care and good night. Kenny B here, signing out.